What's up, guys? I'm checking out Skyzoo's The Mind of a Saint album, requested by Bronx Bama. Big shout out to you. Haven't heard a single track off of this album, but I was informed that this entire album is being rapped from the POV of Franklin Saint from the show. So I'm already sold on this. I am super hype. I have very high expectations, but I'm also very curious at the same time. Like, how do you make an entire album from Franklin Saint's POV and still make it like intriguing? Because obviously we've all seen the show, we all know what happens. So like, how do you like add on to that and still make it interesting at the same time? I don't know, but I'm very much looking forward to this. I think this is already just like a 10 out of 10 album just based on that concept alone. Um, but yeah, this is also the deluxe version, which includes like, I want to say like five, six, maybe seven, six, seven more tracks. But yeah, I haven't heard a single one. And yeah, we don't have like a wiki page or anything either. I looked, so that's unfortunate. But we do have lyrics, thankfully. And yeah, you're gonna check out more Skyzoo. Wait, Skyzoo, he's the one who made the Spike Lee song, no? Okay, yeah. Spike Lee was my hero. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, and he also did the song where he was rapping from the perspective of JJ from Good Times. Okay, so this isn't like a new thing for him. Like this is something. Okay, I'm a bit more confident then, for sure, because I slightly remember that. But let me see. Yeah, no wiki page, nothing. When did this come out? 2023. Okay. Um, but yeah, I don't have much to say other than that. So I think we just go ahead and hop straight into this one, and yeah, just check it out. Let's see, boom, boom. Okay, track number one is titled "Imminent Domain." Why is it spelled with an E? Oh wait, no. There's like imminent with an I is like for like something that's bound to come, bound to happen. Whereas imminent with an E is like it's like a royalty sort of thing, right? Like a respect, imminent meaning. Okay, I was close. Someone who is famous, successful, highly respected within a particular profession or field. Okay, I was close. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Track number one, Imminent Domain. Wait, hold up. Before we even press play though, like can we just stop and just take this in? Like an entire album being wrapped from the perspective of Franklin Saint? Brother, that is so like that's so sick. And then we got this album cover here. Um Hey, is this supposed to? This is supposed to represent him at the end of the show, isn't it? Oh yeah, 100%. The fit is the exact same. Huh. Wait, the album covers are different. I guess maybe for the deluxe version, the album cover is different because the one I'm looking at right now, look, this is like clearly him at the beginning of the show, like the very first episode. Whereas this one is the very last episode. Wow. That's pretty tough. I like that. Um okay, but yeah, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Track number one, Imminent Domain. Let's go. Oops.
Rock this party. They got a fresh show and everything. So if y'all ready, let me hear y'all say yeah. Say hell yeah.
I'm getting paid to learn how to run a business. Rather do things when I want and how I want and get paid more at some office job and eat shit. That ain't what I'm after.
Oh, so you are after something.
Fucking right.
And what's that?
Freedom. Freedom from all of it.
Yeah. And I think I talked about this in my reaction to Pride, but like that very line echoes in the very last episode of the show. Like when he's talking to Leon, just about just how he's like free from everything, like how he kind of, doesn't have to worry about Teddy and the CIA and all the stuff that comes with being in the drug game. Like how he's just free of it all. Like that callback, I remember when I saw that the first time in the episode, was fantastic.
I try to do shit the right way. Wait to the other side. Know what I learned? The game's rigged. It ain't made for people like us. You know what?
Jazzy vibe too.
Picture opportunity, skipping over who you be, and thinking you could flag it down but never knew the speed. You get this right, you could write your own eulogy. You pleading with her like you don't know what you do to me. Truthfully, unity would do you beautifully. It's like if y'all was in the park and she was choosing teams, and your handle is buttoned up to fit her suitably. But then she looked you up and down like you look new to me. Truthfully, I was born in that, but I was taught get back. Whether from afar or from the thought of where I live at, being as far as the car that I adore, getting to sit at. These white walls should be on tour like encores. How I thought this shit is all by any means. Word to who my daddy was picturing me to be. Used to listen to him preach how Malcolm Little reformed, but I reversed course the longer daddy was gone. My reform started out in the form
This
of
is so
beginnings.
dope.
I show you the confetti, you let me run through the entrance. My intentions was to get $1 million off my insomnia. The sweeter your dreams, the more you could wake up a monster. Game time with smaller bills to barter, and the player it all depend on the blow like Contra. Wasn't close to the Contras, but fuck if we wasn't like first cousins. Word to Delroy before they slumped him. And your left hand is beefing cause he see it like they hung him, and your right hand believing who you be so the discussion is done. Word to Lee, the most important link in the square that circles me. Fenced in, but these duffels here got further reach. So what can worry me? Nothing except everything.
All right, my apologies, I had to sneeze, but let's continue.
Got further reach.
Going back a
so
little
what
bit.
can worry me? Nothing except everything. Medellin wedding rings. No divorce court in the world could ever sever things. Playing Here Come the Bride the way the metal sings. To dig out the layers of what became, I invite you to gather around the flames. Just like up under the pot, one and the same. It sort of feels like eminent domain. For real. I invite you to gather around the flames. Just like up under the pot, one and the same. Sort of feels like eminent domain.
Staring at that money like you want to talk dirty to me. Jerome was telling the truth, you know. That shit ain't worth the trouble to come with. You smart. You introduce him to Claudia and get out.
I do that, I get nothing.
I'm surprised at how smooth this sounds too, man. This is beautiful.
So I got a favor to ask.
Sure.
The thing is, that was the last of my parents' coat. And my girl really likes it.
I ain't never scored a blow before.
I know a guy. It's my parents' dealer, but
For what?
it's kind of crazy.
I mean, you afraid to go get it. So saying the black guy, right? I'm playing with you, man. I'll be the black guy. Shit, I'm always the black guy.
Wow. I mean, I already love just where this album is going. I don't know. The concept behind this is just so sick. And yeah, like all the like, I think that so far, like all of the scenes from the actual show, the dialogue has all been like season 1 stuff. So to see and hear it like slowly progress to each season, to the next, to the next, to the next, I think that's also going to be really cool. Like aspect of this album potentially. I don't know if it does that or not. I assume it does, but yeah, that was a really cool little like intro type song. But yeah, looking forward to the next one, track number 2, Views from the Valley. I'm just looking at the names of the songs. But yeah, on to Meet Avi.
From the moment they sent me to get you, all I cared about was you, baby. My pops named me after Charlie Brown classmate, the only Negro at the table, but bet I had a play. From where your ego could betray you unless you had a taste. They point like he broke from the stable and he went that away. Long way from all 56, but still proud of it. The wrong side of the tracks and the artifacts I'm colliding with. And I was just blessed with the gift.
Wait, that was so dope. Oh my, wrong side of the tracks. What do you say? Something and then something wrong side of the tracks. And the artifacts I'm colliding with. Oh my goodness. If you know, you know. But that is such a dope reference.
They point like he broke from the stable and he went that away. Long way from all 56, but still proud of it. The wrong side of the tracks and the artifacts I'm colliding with. And I was just blessed with the gift of giving you code switch and hands dark enough to stick out and dig in the snow with. As true as every 8-ball passed around this mansion and every mirror is scraped off and the privilege it pays for. All the shit I came for, promises of better views. The thought of staring down the eyes on all this revenue. Never blink and turn all this shit into more than I could ever think. Not a stereotype that let me sink. Let me link between where I'm from to where I'm placed at and pray over this blizzard. I'ma whip up on my way back. Where the angels look different on this side of the city. Yeah, views get in their way, but how could you blame them really, right? Skinny black boy riding all through the valley. But who I'm in this ride with won't never let you catch me. Swear the angels look different on this side of the city. Yeah, views get in their way, but how could you blame them really, right? Skinny black boy riding all through the valley. But who I'm in this ride with won't never let you catch me, yeah. Top down on the vet with me as the passenger. Chauffeured all around these hills, but still ain't had enough. All I do is inspire you to see what a package does. Screaming front me a key with my heart beat, padded up. Had enough, so don't miss. And off of this, the way I add it up, I won't miss. I know a brick without having been introduced to one. Just smaller versions of baggies, but I'll maneuver one. Siamese 2 for 1. You know what I could do with one? This shit could be God's here. Prove to my people how much God cares. God's here, tell whoever I'm all ears. I heard every dollar fold, the key bag me. It feel like I was chose, adios. I grew up where we ain't never seen on no beach, but I could run on soft sand if I been Vereen on the key. Like dance, baby. The heavy step we was fetching. It's your chance, baby. Follow suit on all this succession. Swear the angels look different on this side of the city. Yeah, views get in their way, but how could you blame them really, right? Skinny black boy riding all through the valley. But who I'm in this ride with won't never let you catch me. Swear the angels look different on this side of the city. Yeah, views get in their way, but how could you blame them really, right? Skinny black boy riding all through the valley. But who I'm in this ride with won't never let you catch me. Blessings in abundance, honorary Volpe. Down to double down on my debt. Here go my whole name. Took me in at my old age. Co-career young enough to baptize. And my race car won't ever flatline. Shit, I'm always the black guy. The burden of a blessing. Mirrors really be dishes when you working on reflections. Adopted to a zip code where murder ain't a question. Just me and Charlie Brown here, serving and collecting. Right, Rob?
This is so dope, man. Like he's just casually chronicling the show. Okay. I feel like this is probably going to be an album that I like overall as an album as opposed to like individual songs, right? Like this entire thing, like I don't know, just based on the first 2 tracks alone, this definitely feels like the type of album I probably won't ever listen to each individual song, by song, Like this is like if you're going to listen to this album, you have to listen to it all the way through. and then boom, then maybe like wait a few months in between listening to it again. Like I don't know, it just feels like every song feels like connected. I mean, and obviously that's the point, but I don't know. This is so far really dope. And track number 3 is titled Panthers and Powder. Not Power, Powder.
Rest in peace to Bobby Hutton and all the legacies it wouldn't seem like I'm in touch with. The proud underground that they leave out the discussion. Call it finders keepers and then see how y'all adjust. And I was lucky where I never had to look far. It was like a lullaby before daddy took off. Singing how we got the free Huey, we got the free Huey. The vision bright enough where you could probably see it through me. With my fists up in the air, same shade as little Sambo. Reach for my umbrella, I was raised to let a cannon blow. Pancakes for everyone who need to get their plate filled. Pistols in the kitchen for whoever feel a way still. Younger me, taught that the world is under me. And to stand above it is to never stand comfortably. White man come for me? No, I ain't the typical 10-point program, honor it like it's biblical. All praise due here, and know what to do if they bring Charles Game through here. The shit I overheard, knew the code just like how we get to know a bird. The revolution wasn't televised, but it was spoken word, and I heard every part of it. Bravery and all the worry at the heart of it. Fully loaded clips, no bargaining. Admiring the beauty within all of it. And Alton looked at me like, tell me what you thought of it. Right?
The 10-point program. Number 1, we want freedom. We want the power to control the destiny of our black community. Number 2, we want full employment for our people. Number 3, we want an end to the robbery by the white man of our black community. Number 4, we want decent housing fit to shelter human beings. Number 5, we want education for our people.
All power to the people, cause your flag on the scale meant y'all power wasn't equal. Taught to take it back, shoot you down to help me reach you. Stories ain't alone, you be bound to get the sequel. Stand to know the risk, yet and still, the Lord's with you. Hand up over fist, versus Bill O'Neill's and Roy Mitchell's. I was privy to it, me and mine is blessed to say that we can live and proof it. The same pride as yesterday is here tomorrow, right? But if you got some spare time that I could borrow, right? Then I'd love to put this on pause. Grew up off of strength, I come from pushing the cause. Built different now, I'd love to push you some raw. Built for the crown, won't none of them be ignored. They stole my beret, so pardon me if I call for applause. For living through the death of my history. Reparations every time I get a key. My 40 in a mule is when they load 40 in a mule. For every member they took from us, cordially confused. Panther in my blood, shameful of my business. But the way business been going, shame ain't too expensive. And I heard every part of it. Bravery and all the worry at the heart of it. Fully loaded clips, no bargaining. Admiring the beauty within all of it. And Alton looked at me like, tell me what you thought of it.
Organized living, teaching ourselves that we must arm ourselves. We have to put a shotgun in every door. From door to door. Across this racist nation. UEP Newton says every black man, every Mexican American, every Indian, and every white radical has got to get themselves armed.
And yo, I heard every part of it. Bravery and all the worry at the heart of it. Fully loaded clips, no bargaining. Admiring the beauty within all of it. And Alton looked at me like, tell me what you thought of it. All power to the people. Always.
The panther was chosen as their symbol. It is a beautiful black animal which never attacks, but defends itself ferociously.
Sheesh. Yeah, this one was, I like this one because it's like, it serves as a bit of a history lesson while also at the same time kind of giving you some insight to Franklin's upbringing, his character, you know, why he is the way he is, and how he eventually, where's the line? Yeah. How he eventually kind of just, you know, manages to look past all the Panther stuff and look, you know, towards making money from the powder. Like, as he said, Panther my blood, shameful of my business, but the way business been going, shame ain't too expensive. And that's very much reflected, obviously, in the show. I remember that specific scene where Andre took him on that ride, and he like dropped him off in front of like the crack den, I think. Yeah. And he was like asking him like, "Well, how do you sleep at night?" Because I was in a similar, predicament, and I was just, afraid of getting caught. So that, eventually got to me, and I ended up, going on the straight and narrow. But he was like a babe, like no remorse, no nothing. He was just like straight up like a babe. I'll never forget his delivery on that. But yeah, this kind of like reflects that, and like um his journey to being the ruthless uh, businessman or drug dealer, whatever you want to call him, that he became. So, yeah, that was a really good song. I enjoyed that one. Now, track number 4, Straight Drop. Also, I really love just how jazzy this album has been so far.
Pieces.
Not expecting that whatsoever.
Straight. Pieces. Saint shit. Straight. Pieces of a kilo over stovetop, swimming in a pot, add ice, let it cold.
Far Side sample.
Yours, 2 5s, get a whole rock. Razors cut a cool 20 grand off a soap block. New gospel like I'm standing on a soapbox. Tell them spread the word, baby Franklin got a dope spot. I mean it ain't dope, but it's dope like how dope locks everything up in you till the ticket on your soul drops. Most fear what they don't understand. The coast clear, baby, open your hands. I see you interested. Rumors got you eager to dance. You need a stem with it. You can thank me in advance, don't even mention it. Started on consignment. Black market is black bargain. Seen the fine print, had to realign shit. You ain't seen heaven if you never seen a dime hit. Leaning over squares, bass hits complete a diamond, right? Got it working. And ask me and Claudia juggling bottle service. Keep it behind the curtains. Ain't a Lenny or a Ray Ray that can interrupt a payday. A bag'll make you cut off your nose and try to save face. A bag'll make you body your man without the melee. You ever need some ends, you know where to find pay grade. Sweetest dream hitting as long as the sleep missing. If you ain't cut for it, I'm guessing we bleed different. Straight drop. Yeah, doubt it now if you want till I bring it back around all up front and call it straight. Circling around till we done. Yeah, pop whipping round till I'm numb. I call it straight. Got it off the ground from the jump. Yeah, bet I got the town in the tuck. I call it straight. God levels in the town when we up. Yeah, I done made a crown, not a dust. I call it straight. The magical rookie who talk different. Making Lake of Gold off flour and raw whipping. Introduce the white to the white, the Minaj kicking. I'm trying to get this roster to move like Norm Nixon. Christmas time, I'm in the back of a warm kitchen. Jingle bells blaring, rocks as big as a pair of jingle bell earrings. Stove on pivot, mason jars everywhere. Home turn to visits, locked in, knowing the key to this shit is rarity. Us being the only ones with it is all we care to be. Everyone in tune, but Louis the one who hearing me. Could need a crown of her size, but ain't no air to me. Therefore, I'm in a space to breathe clearer now. Cause Lee got eyeball the work, he just stare it down. Talk into it, promised him in due time. Silly me, look at how it flew by. I mean, who knew I'd meet a wizard? Believe what the wizard tell me. Spoke soft, but his speech was taller than Wizard Kelly. Word to my own proud family who put their hand on me. Boomeranger with a vote bait away we handing keys. Oh, you want 3 this time? Seeing through them numbers, I can Ouija lines. Plug running through a funnel, how I be with mine. Pipe work, the Mario Luigi kind. Duck hunting on these birds when the scene arise. Light work, with lamps in between the blinds. Turn the city into Thriller with this beat of mine. The same drum read, stuff it in and sneak it by. For real, so picture me comparing the look on a junkie face to the look on my mama face when her money late. And we mirror to mirror, snow cutaways. So excuse me for choosing to peek the other way. Drive, yeah. Doubt it now if you want till I bring it back around all up front and call it straight. Circling around till we done. Yeah, pop whipping round till I'm numb. I call it straight. Got it off the ground from the jump. Yeah, bet I got the town in the tuck. I call it straight. God levels in the town when we up. Yeah, I done made a crown, not a dust. I call it straight. Yeah. Doubt it now if you want till I bring it back around all up front and call it straight. Circling around till we done. Yeah, pop whipping round till I'm numb. I call it straight. Got it off the ground from the jump. Yeah, bet I got the town in the tuck. I call it straight. God levels in the town when we up. Yeah, I done made a crown, not a dust. I call it straight. Yeah. I call it straight drop, baby. Same shit, right? The magical rookie who talk different, making liquor go, love flour and raw whipping. Ooh. Hey, how Wanda Bell say that shit? What she told Drew? Wanda Bell said, "Cause ain't them, they don't play." Right?
Cause ain't them? They don't play.
Believe that. Same shit.
That one was cool. I like that one as well. Once again, I think the production for these songs so far has been really nice. Like this one, obviously, it's more like atmospheric in a way with like the vocals and whatnot. But I really like the production so far on these tracks. And yeah, once again, this song is just, chronicling his uprising, in the drug game and just, how he's slowly but surely becoming the kingpin. And yeah, not really a whole lot to talk about this one. I mean, I feel like that's just gonna, be the majority of the album. Like, I'm just not gonna have a whole lot to say because it's just, like, I do love the concept, but kind of like I was saying in the beginning, like, it'll be interesting to see just how he makes it more, like how he adds a bit of, intrigue to it, because like we all know like the story beginning to end, and it's not anything new, or I guess maybe some aspects of it are like the history stuff behind it. I think that's going to be like a point of intrigue, but outside of that, like, outside of like the main story of Snowfall, like there's going to be very little to, add to this that makes it like intriguing. So right now I'm just kind of like listening to an audiobook of Snowfall. No offense. But I mean, it is still really cool though. Like just to hear this like in a rap form, like it is dope. But yeah, that was track number 4, Straight Drop. Now track number 5, 100 to 1. Let's check it out. Also, just like being able to get all the references and whatnot. That's
the world, man.
Sick.
I just sell dope in it.
Yo, engineer man, peace. Yo, so I'm not used to this studio shit, this rapper shit. My world different, right? And I know you said it's usually 16 hook, but I got more than that to say on this, so I could just flow with it? Okay, word. Okay. Yo, middle of 84 when opportunity hurt me. Said she had to sift through the crowd, but she preferred me. Dying for attention, but living
Once
in
again,
concern.
production is
Waited me out, wanted to see if it would discourage me. Almost, shout out to patience, first and foremost. Gave me more time to do away with my morals. Like fuck am I to do with these? Used to hide behind them in a line of scrutiny. It wasn't new to me that I could change all of this. I just needed a lane I could play in accordance with. Wade in the water shit. God gon' trouble the waves when all the water hit. I just need enough of this pot that I could boil with. So dear God, save me an ounce or two. Whether we talking water or we talking what powder do. Blasphemy, right? But shit, I'm still asking you, right? We can even all of these odds from what Massa was like, for real. Cause there's money here to be made, though. Devils pull up in plain clothes.
It's a game of saxophone.
Black dreams with these Anglos. It's best to act like you ain't know, right? Cause there's money here to be made, though. Devils pull up in plain clothes. Black dreams with these Anglos. Shit, it's best to act like you ain't know. Yeah, Avi told me be grateful. My Umi told me to keep the gate closed. Leave whatever's in the streets from out of this safe home that I built with these same hands that keep your plate full. I cleaned my plate, then took a car to see Avi and convince him that what I put in a jar can have me back here tomorrow, copping double. These pebbles became a gold mine under that rubble. And now I'm not the same kid coming here begging you for a couple grams. Ringing up off of singles is hard to understand. Read, get it? Money is money and want a soul see it different. And I ain't mean to pivot, but yo, if Lee doesn't get snatched, mugshot attached, then I wouldn't have been on their radar as a perhaps. Like perhaps he could be the mule and we could feed this dude. He seemed like like he the type to keep free from the news, but Lee was doing me a favor. After like 20 others, I was the only child who naturally wanted brothers. There was Lee and then another. Shout to Mrs. Hamilton. Kev already was who he was, you couldn't manage him. My motto forever is the closer you stand together, the harder it be to see who you standing with. It's funny how Kane being away left Kev running free with cocaine, leading the way to his name, seeing the grave. Look at life. One Kane could have stopped the other, and I fucked around and dropped my brother. Accidents with purpose. Judas is never Judas on the surface. Same apply to Reed, but my deed on this purchase is a weekly occurrence off an invisible contract. My gun tucked and my arms back. I'm comfortable now, but not at all. They say the room echo the more that you got it all. My mama said her worst day was when she got a call saying I'm in a cage. Make a lion out of panther, killing how he was raised. County blues that turn a king, knew it out on the page. And my temporary fear was just hiding my rage, for real. Cause there's money here to be made though. Devils pull up in plain clothes, right? Black dreams with these Anglos. Shit, it's best to act like you ain't know. Bruh, South Central calamity. Water the wine, should you go hand in hand with me? Look like the same hands that wanted to abandon me, but always forgiving the moment that you ran to me. Run like the numbers they throwing at us for counting more. With less on the scale, lead to them kicking down your door. The crown yours when they creating laws on you. And the diamonds embedded and it turning the thorns on you. Like 5 grams of rock, 500 grams of powder. The line in the sand and who's standing over hours, right? The tipping point is you copping for your survival, and all of that privilege falls beside you. Idols become rivals, and then they can turn into your partner, like them so-called Villanueva martyrs. But also it's solid, and we learned to be cool. But his bitch is the reason my 3 turned into 2. Like if my foot on the line and I'm Spencer Haywood. I'm just a kid from outside that's trying to make good. College dreaming, I was beaming, trying to play good. But shit, I jumped off the steps because it paid good. Simple as that, cuz. Right? Cause there's money here to be made though. Devils pull up in plain clothes. Right? Black dreams with these Anglos. It's best to act like you ain't know. There's money here to be made though. Devils pull up in plain clothes, right? Black dreams with these Anglos. It's best to act like you ain't know, bruh.
Man, I love how dreamy some of these tracks are. That's gotta be intentional too. Like just considering like all that this show is about.
What about him? What about Kevin and even Rob, or man, boy, your dad? And all the niggas you and your little motherfucking minions them plotted on in between. Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, him, bodies.
Oh my, okay. It makes sense that the next track is titled Bodies, but also that scene. Freaking hilarious, bro. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay, so this was a great song as well. Super dreamy. Once again, a lot of saxophone usage in these early songs. I wonder if like the earlier half of this album is just gonna be like more like, you know, smooth and laid back, and just as it gradually continues, it just gets like darker, and I don't know, like that would be a sick concept, to be honest. Like it just casually and gradually gets darker and more just, you know, unsettling or something. But yeah, that was a really good track. I'm trying to think where timeline wise this takes place, because he mentioned Kevin dying, which was, I want to say sometime around like late season 2. Hold on, let me see. Let me actually pull up the IMDb. I think that was like, yeah, late season 2 for sure, right? Maybe season 3? No, it was season 2 for sure. Yeah. Like episode, what? 8, 9, or 10, one of those. I think it was 8 or 9. Okay, so like almost season 3. Okay, but yeah, I enjoyed that one. Let's move on to the next one. Bodies. Sheesh. Him.
Man, boy deserved it. Khadijah deserved it. Tiana shouldn't have been in that car, that wasn't worth it. Andre deserved it. I mean, in the beginning he didn't, but then he went and got all his pretend purpose. Rob didn't deserve it, but that was just protection. I couldn't take the chance with him speaking on my connections. I've been stressed.
Oh, wait. No, okay. Okay, it makes sense, considering the song is titled Bodies. It's kind of like I guess it's like him kind of reflecting on all the people that have, been got. But I understand, like, what he means, because it's like coming from his perspective. Like, Andre deserved it in the beginning. He didn't, but he went too far and got with his pretend purpose. Yeah, from his perspective, I can understand that. But, sheesh, man, Andre, why did he should have just left, bro. He should have just went straight to Texas and never looked back. As soon as he talked about coming back and, like, starting World War III, that's when I knew it was over for him. But, okay, yeah, let's continue.
Man, boy deserved it. Khadijah deserved it. Tiana shouldn't have been in that car, that wasn't worth it. Andre deserved it. I mean, in the beginning he didn't, but then he went and got all his pretend purpose. Rob didn't deserve it, but that was just protection. I couldn't take the chance with him speaking on my connections. I've been stressing since the moment the barrel blew. When listing them all, who would've thought I'd have added you? Jerome said the shit that come along with this never be worth the payment. I said until a saint get involved and rewrite the amens. Ready, set, say when. All fathers for the lost fathers on the pavement, and the rest on the wait list. Strays at an overpass, practice make it sacred. Carvel was my rough draft, my first painting. Lenny was a stepping stone, but I couldn't step alone. Shoes got bigger when Louis told me that Kevin's gone. Right, and then death seems to follow suit. The wait tour to follow through. It make you breathe different, don't it? I swear it make you breathe different, don't it? Yeah, and now you praying that death don't get the drop on you. But shit, he just doing what he gotta do. And it make you breathe different, don't it? I swear it make you breathe different, don't it? Right? Put me in the game without knowing he ever did. Town business became beautifully heaven sent. Hell on earth, but how does money work? I let it spin and ask God how much to look at Kev and let him in. For the record, the shot wasn't planned to ever go to you, but you was switching up how you stand and what we know of you. Blood thicker than water till the money dripping over you, and then swimming in it takes control of you. Business is business, right or wrong, and then rightfully so. The wrong code took the life of your folks, and now you wanna ride, looking at me to follow you in your pride. I'm looking back like, when did you become blind? Where your vision at? Tried to lead you out of that storm, you couldn't picture that. Wound up losing my arm despite the grip on that. Passing the blame is like musical chairs. Saran wrapping the brick and seeing you in the glare, right? Yeah, and then death seems to follow suit.
Also, that's like the 5th mention of pride so far in this album.
Make you breathe different, don't it? Right? And now you praying that death don't get the drop on you, but shit, he just doing what he gotta do. Said it make you breathe different, don't it? Swear it make you breathe different, don't it? Yo, greatest trick you never seen. Catch a body without a shot he found on me. Wide-eyed kid with pockets looking for company. And now I can payroll shooters to stand in front of me, but still keep the tuck on me. Judging the cover of this novel is gonna bookmark you under me. This right here, fresh from off the back of a boat. 6 shots, but it's fully automatically woke. Same boat like the one with all the barrels of coke. Same boat like the one from when they had us in ropes. And my approach is knowing that hope floated away from us. The dreams they be selling never pay enough. But this right here, my career day started on dark benches and turned into Scully stretching bodies on park fences. Residue on my hands praying that Godspeed and trying reason all them bodies laying behind me, right? Yeah, and then death seems to follow suit. The weight to it to follow through. It make you breathe different, don't it? Swear it make you breathe different, don't it? Yeah, and now you praying that death don't get the drop on you, but shit, he just doing what he gotta do, and it make you breathe different, don't it? I swear it make you breathe different, don't it?
Yeah. That was another really solid track. Super jazzy. Love the production. I don't really have a whole lot to say, but yeah, it's once again, I think it's really dope. Just seeing, this whole like show and more, I guess more specifically, Franklin's life being, told in like a hip hop format, like just the chronological telling of his story. I think it's, dope. But like I said earlier, it's also kind of like, it's dope, but I'm curious to see like just what else there is to this. Like, is it just, I don't know, it's probably just all Franklin's story, but yeah, that was cool. I'm just leaving it at that. But yeah, now track number 7, Balancing Act. Let's check it out. Oh, no lyrics for this one.
Yeah, so this is the type of groove I can vibe to. It got a Fox body Mustang aura to it, right?
Production has been really tight on this album.
Dedicated to who you know and all that he knew of you. And loving memory, call us a living funeral. Cause yo, my learning curve was aiming at 22 with you. I'm looking at Lee, he looked at me like, yo, you knew the rules. First time handshaking, the weight was unusual, but I caught me a shooter's groove. You know what shooting do. Now I'm the menace who do business in Roman numerals. First one to sell you a key while freaking a Rubik's Cube. Shoulda never gave me no library card and no tough uncle. Cause now I can blow through physics as quick as I gun butt you. I run muscle, bring me weight and I run double. I want double, trunk empty, gun muzzle, keep it quiet like still turn smokers to the riot type. Soda trim the fat, smoke the sack, coke diet right. How I caught a play, went to Oakland, got the science right. Bricks got the duffel bags looking like they Iron Mike. Bet I'm the Messiah type, right? I mean, when the bricks got the motherfucking duffel bags looking like Iron Mike, duffel bags got muscles and shit. I mean, how am I not the Messiah, right? I mean, my last name is Saint. My name Franklin Saint, baby. I mean, how am I not the Messiah? It was predestined for me. I tell it to him like, they say heavy is the head, especially when you know what you want. How it fit, y'all better off being born Lamont. I'm at your door with your boss, like, yo, you know who you caught, and yo, you know who I am. All that coke in your palms, yo, that's me. So when you speak, keep it all the way calm, cause that be me that's telling Lee to put a hole in your thoughts. And yo, you think cause I refuse to scuff up my Adidas that I won't have everybody telling everybody bye, everybody dies. Though will help you get there quicker. I could pay to send you to Satan and chop a brick there with him. The way the strip trampolining, like how I said from the get-go, it looked like younger me in and out of Melody window. Back when I was tossing the work in back of her closet. Friends turn to lovers and turn to straddling my dick. But that's another topic. If homie choose to gossip, then let it be about how this powder is padlocking. Supplying ain't no object, right? I mean, supplying ain't no object, baby. I mean, there's never been a time where I couldn't get things where they needed to go to, right? And you know, I think back when I was younger, remember me and Melody used to be at a job in the break room trying to make things happen. Man, I buy that motherfucking world on wheels now and kick everybody out of there, yo. Yo, they say my Fox Ford drive like my box Porsche, but I can't yay or nay it. I just get dropped off. I'm guessing I'm not y'all. Re-ups and stock calls from where your bail bonds been planning on roping your block off. Chrome in the top drawer. Been here before, won't be my last go. Come with a duffel open, leave with a body bag closed. Course of doing business, I see it's no problem at all. Delicate touch, to a key, I'm a Ma Jamal. Without a code switch, you a featherweight on the scale. Matty McDonald, how I levitate on the sale. Went from first time flyer to first time buyer.
To a key, I'm a my Jamal. Oh my. Okay, that was cold. I like that.
Touch to a key, I'm a my Jamal. Without a code switch, you a featherweight
That
on the
was
scale.
cold.
Matty McDonald, how I levitate on the sale. Went from first time flyer to first time buyer to now my new connectors expectantly and admire. All it cost me is a flight and these prices won't get no higher. Should've seen it coming when juggling with suppliers. Call it even, seeing how I leveled up off the steps and made enough money to bail Jerry Buss out of debt. What I expect, right? I mean, what I expect when I'm sitting on enough money to bail somebody like a Jerry Buss or somebody out of debt, right? I mean, enough money to run around and buy the purple and gold if I wanted to and literally own that, right? Enough money to do all that. So, you know, when you're playing with all that, it's gonna be highs and lows and ups and downs and pros and cons and all that. That's what we call it, the balancing act, baby. I mean, it come with the game, you know, it come with the territory. But you dealing with somebody who, nobody balanced it like me, man. I mean, you know, I'm gonna keep it honest. I mean, on one hand, they Ivy League worthy, and on the other hand, they hit South Central with a flurry. I mean, it's, nobody balanced it like me. You know, I'm able to juggle them hats one by one. I mean, I throw this one on and throw that one on, and they don't do it like Saint. I'm gonna keep it honest, man. It's the reason why I'm sitting on 70-something joints, man. 70-something M's for real. Saint shit.
Crazy. I got something I want to talk about after. What was that? I'm assuming that's like an actual song. I'm gonna have to Shazam it later. But I never understood why, like when he had as much money as he did, why he didn't just get out then. Like he just mentioned like he was sitting on 70 million. Just not like, bruh, 70 million? Like you set for life, bruh. Like you are literally set for life. At that point, I would have just immediately just, oh, it was nice knowing all you guys. Business is over. See ya. You know, I would have been gone. Like, and the fact that he stayed in the same neighborhood, like doing the same thing for that long with that much money, like, bruh, I would have been got out. I wonder why he stayed. Like, well, I do know that like he mentioned like in one episode wanting to set up generational wealth. You know what I mean? Like that way his children's children wouldn't have to struggle as much or at all really. Like only thing they struggle with is like choosing between which color Rolls Royce to get. You know, that's the only struggles they'll know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why he didn't get out sooner. Honestly, I feel like 70 million, that's a really, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like you just kind of set up generational wealth with that. Especially in those days, like, that's like 100-something million nowadays, you know? 70 million in 80s money? Yeah, that's definitely a lot more. Wait, how much is that exactly? $70 million in I don't know how okay, in 80s worth today. Brother? Oh yeah, he would have been so, bruh. He's so set. Look how much that's worth. What the frick? $284 billion. No. That's not $284 million. That is insane. Like, you are definitely more than set up at that point. Like, what? 284 billion. Yeah, you are more than set up at that point, bro. Like, you should have just got out when you had the chance. Man. Well, I mean, I guess technically he was trying to get out, though. Like, when you think about it, that's what the whole, like, real estate stuff was for, right? Like, they was trying to, like, get an out, but, like, a legitimate, business launched and going as an out, instead of just bowing out completely from everything. He was trying to, like, get something legit going from, his illegitimate business. But now we're going to move on to track number 8, Brick by Brick.
I built this shit.
Yep, I knew it.
Brick by brick.
Gotta start with
told
that.
Lee I was working on this album, right? So Lee was like, yo, Saint, man, I know you gonna get all poetic and shit. Kick that outside shit, yo. So I said, okay. I said, yo, sunny LA, as bright as the coke I poured in the Pyrex. Back when I was building this building big as a project. So shout out to the projects. This empire came out on ground, and what we got left is more than I could digest. It started as a side bet for the purpose of all intents. Never seen a dream on some rain and seeing corners bend. So Saint got a plan to get the Saints to where we need to be. Forgive us in advance for all this blood that you gon' need to see. Cause bloodshed is part of this. Brick by brick, my hands mortaring. Flip by flip, my stance cornered it. Listen, the least expected to walk up and squeeze a weapon. Mama blessing the plate, but all I seen was collections. Corners clicking everywhere, all I need is a checklist. Pistol loaded packing, 100 members only jackets. I'm in a members only bracket. Well, you gotta be invited, Joe. Now you see why I spend every night alone. Cause yo, till every rock come from the Church of Saint, we in the street. The white kicking business about squares like Tina Marie. You keep it discreet, closed mouths is easy to feed. Just respect that heavy thing.
Square biz.
The reason it seems.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was just. Yeah, I gotta go back to that. Holy, bruh. That was so fire, bro. The white kicking business about squares like Tina Marie. I don't think y'all realize how fire that is. And I'm knowing for a fact I'm missing so many other just fire bars. But hey, I got one. I got mines.
100 members only jackets, I'm in a members only bracket. Well, you gotta be invited, Joe. Now you see why I spend every night alone. Cause yo, till every rock come from the Church of Saint, we in the street. The white kicking business about squares like Tina Marie. You keep it discreet and closed mouths is easy to feed. Just respect that everything here is what you needed to be. And reason it seems to now where I'm back and forth with the shooters. They feel it's justified when a pack of raw like Medusa bring the beast out. Alton was talking that bring the peace now. How the fuck I'm a peace out? I'm South Central's reroute. Inspiration is me now. And they speaking yet again. So I'm smart enough to never let you see me in the Benz. Never. Word to the curtains that these BBS has been. Hit the trunk, there's a pistol and a key between the rims. But never. Beeper on me. Street sweeper on me. And bulletproof, my strippers keep a sweeter army. So don't spare me any love, lest you be with us when the ship dock. No, compare me to your plug if he re you up by the ziplock. No, if we talking brick by brick, he could be throwing keys or one of my buildings where I wrote your lease. Either or, I could literally sit on my money and let it be. Counter from the basement is face to face with a mezzanine. Tall numbers, take the rap for us all numbers. Trap wall numbers, fat back into broads numbers. Clap y'all numbers and turn you all to a mirage. Cause you're the funny thing about it, we got more money than God. And knowing what I know from this, I just follow protocol. Same sunny LA, plowing through all the snow involved. Never rain in SoCal, but I got all the snow to fall. Counting all this money while making this shit the smokers fall. Like you ain't have to buy rock and smoke at all. But the way I hit this market made you flock with open arms, right? And Lee was on the side of me, pockets full of bomb. I pull up on your block and build a shop with open calls like who need work here? Double entendre, yo, who need work here? Truthfully, I could've retired after my first year. And here we are, 4 years later, toddler work here. Makes sense with all of this talcum powder dispersed here. For real, one brick at a time to build the bottom up. Count them all. 2 bricks at a time, you got your product up. Count them all. Few bricks at a time, feel like you got enough. Yeah. Room full of bricks anytime, yeah, that was probably us. One brick at a time to build the bottom up. Count them all. 2 bricks at a time, you got your product up. Count them all. Few bricks at a time, feel like you got enough. Yeah. Room full of bricks anytime, yeah, that was probably us. Yeah.
What you got left, say? What I got? I got the plug, nigga. You're right, you do. You got the plug, you sure do. All the cheap cocaine in the world.
Mel with Wanda, that only mean one thing. Rock. What's so funny?
Come on, man, we talking about Mel.
And we also talking about Rock.
Yeah, but Mel ain't Wanda.
What you saying?
Is Wanda going to Spelman?
Shit is Mel. What you think, we making all this money because this shit ain't addictive? Must the Rock get a hold of their ass? The person you knew, they gone. Slaves to the pipe now.
Wow. Like I said, production-wise, this album is, really nice. I really enjoyed the production on, like, every track so far. It's not, like, super over the top or overproduced. It's very, like, straight to the point, grounded, very minimalistic, I would say. But it does a really good job in making the atmosphere, just feel very easy to listen to and just very chill, very laid back. I just really like the vibe of this album, production-wise so far. And also the, obviously the storytelling and the lyricism, that's definitely a big selling point. I do think that I'm starting to get a little like, I'm trying to see, what's the right word I want to say? I do think it's starting to get a little repetitive, like some of the like main scenarios of the songs, like it's, kind of the same, thing over and over again, like selling keys, like same old, low key. But I think the main thing that's kind of keeping me in it is like seeing the direct references to the show and also like some of the super clever bars throughout. But it is starting to get a little repetitive, like just the overall, songs themselves, like the grand sum of a lot of these songs is just like the same thing, but I don't mind it as much because, like I said, the lyricism is definitely top notch, and the production is really nice. But let's move on to track number 9, Apologies in Order.
What happened? Is she okay?
She on the rock now.
No. She on the rock now.
This one is overdue. If I'm being honest with myself, it's time I'll be honest with you. Just hope you get the tape in time to press play on it in your box and all that. To my dearest next door, but a heart even prettier than your eyes and the baggage that I done added to them in recent times. I'm obliged to take my responsibilities in stride. On my pride, will be my obituaries design. 75.
Wait, hold up. See, this is what I want to hear more. Like, just more of these, like, what if type songs. Because obviously in the show, you never hear him come close to saying anything like this. But like within this, song, within the hip hop verse, he's able to kind of convey this like, apology literally to what was the name again? Starts with the M. Bro, no. Okay, I know her name, Melody. Okay, I almost had to Google it, but like he's literally, being able to kind of apologize to Melody for, you know, in a way, being responsible for her being addicted to the drugs she was addicted to, and also ruining her life essentially, because she no longer went to Spelman, and everything just went downhill from there. Well, not even in a way. It's definitely directly his fault because she started off with cocaine, and then that turned into her doing the rock, right? The crack rock. But yeah, let's continue. See, this is dope though. Like it's a very, what is the word for it? Like let me see. I don't know. But like the what if factor, and like hypothetical. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like a really, interesting, unique hypothetical, scenario. But yeah, let's continue. Enough yapping.
Just hope you get the tape in time to press play on it in your box and all that. To my dearest next door, but a heart even prettier than your eyes, and the baggage that I done added to them in recent times. I'm obliged to take my responsibilities in stride. On my pride, will be my obituary's design. 75, climbing through your window on the side. My disguise was knowing what I was put here to defy. Whole time, I'm staring at the rules the world afforded me. Paling in comparison to you and what you thought of me. My attention, unfortunately, went from how you walk to how I could walk. It's caught a piece. Weed, money, cold, till they cap and gown honored me. Grad school was powder work. Green jeans bought with 40,000 worth. Life come at you fast when you bright enough to speed read. Ignored how I needed you, thinking that you needed me. Only child syndrome, so I'm full of me. Loving on a brick, replace loving how you look at me. Then I saw what it took from me. First one through the door, should always have a key. But I had 20 more in the trunk, gift wrap for me. It seemed like automatically you became a mirror, and I chose to stay away. Like fuck all the stand back at me. Then you scurried away to a Maurice. Like you staring him down, but wipe away how you saw me. Then you lit up a flame and it became how you support me. Serving you like a guest list, word to your mama necklace. I swear the throne became warmer than I projected. Right? You rang the bell but let wander in unexpected. And I neglected to keep up with my protection. I was buried in my blessings, but ain't a bag big enough to pay me out to take the time to think that you be in the crossfire of this aim of mine. As sweet as your name, all the melodies that came alive drove you to lay me out to say goodbye. And so now essentially, that handful of bullets you sent to me was back to back with the ones that made you fall for a memory. Ironic, ain't it? He loaded his, he loaded yours, like you got it aiming. A cop's daughter ain't one to play with, and there I was playing with you, hopping out windows, driving out the Texas, showed me just how far 10 goes. I started to bring a few in the trunk with me to Odessa. With me visiting you could have funded me even better. But me in front of you was enough to lead me wherever. And I couldn't make this more about me than it's already been. Aspirations getting impatient and screaming, let me in, let me vent. I don't do this much, but just let me vent. Waving high with all this blood on my hands, let me rinse. Leaning on what's left of me to fix the mess that I made. Trusting in Tenace's, all this pussy on my plate. Look at how far that I came. I'm worth enough to put 100,000 on my frame. What more could I say? You should be here with me. My child is on the way, but yo, you should be Veronique. Nothing got in the way, but I used to be scared to dream. Used to be scared to sleep. So to summarize it all, I was all at the root of it. Whether or not I ever really knew the shit. So apologies in order. If ain't nothing else for us, no love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I saw love was a goner. No love lost, so I saw love was a goner. Apologies in order.
No
If ain't
love
nothing
lost,
else for us, no love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I saw love was a goner. Apologies in order. If ain't nothing else for us, no love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I lost love on the corner. No love lost, so I saw love was a goner. Apologies in order.
Wow. Also, real quick, I just want to say that the lyrics on Genius are absolutely dog water. somebody go back and freaking correct the lyrics, man. Like this is like, it's like every song has been like missing lyrics or something, you know? Like, sheesh, man. But yeah, besides that, I think this was definitely easily one of my favorite tracks so far. Just because, like I said earlier, it's a bit of a hypothetical type of situation where he's like being able to apologize to Melody, and he's still like he's able to express that love that he still has for Melody, which I mean you clearly see in the show, but like I don't think he ever like, you know, expresses it to her directly, or in any other type of way, to be honest. Well, I guess he does like try and like, you know, save her those few times, like when Andre was like, you know, I need your help finding Melody, and you know he did it another time, and also like set up rules to where people wouldn't sell to her. So I guess in a way they showed it with that, but I don't know. I just thought this was a really cool song because of just, you know, him being able to, you know, kind of one-on-one express his feelings to Melody in that later stage of his life. But yeah, that was a really good song. Now we're going to move on to track number 10, Purity. Boom.
I did everything. I showed them compassion. I showed them mercy. I walked away. I was the bigger man. And look where the fuck it got me.
If you can't be a part of what comes next, I understand. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I know you did your best.
Yo, head bloody but unbowed. Mama guessing how long she gon' see her son around, but know there's only one crown, that's rhetorical. Arm and hammer, I became the oracle. The way my family bleeding, thank God there ain't no more of you. Let's get to all the issues at hand quick as we can. To my uncle who allowed me to take a big enough chance. Know my hands that give applause up to you at any given. Wool over my daddy eyes, you became the vision for the book of Saint. Auntie read through it and never looked away. Told her take a page to wipe her tears and get that book a break. She did me one better and wrote a page of her own and kept writing till her book was the same weight as my chrome. To Louisiana Louis, who became a South Central beast. Never forget who helped you to get a seat. Ambition big as me, shoulders broad enough to let the city sleep. But you can't Jenny Craig responsibility. This shit get heavier than the thought of Reed. Potentially not being who we say that he is when we cop. I'm in a spot where my spot is diamond coated with a red dot on it, and you fighting like if that red dot calling to take you head on. Well, Louis, you can have it. I'm gentleman enough to let you do what you imagine. I'm through with all this baggage. Back when this shit got active, the wizard called it Bazé, and at the base of it, you know what I gave. So I'm expecting purity. Just keep everything pure. No steps to it like what I measured for y'all. Just give me purity, more than ever before. But no steps to it like what I measured for y'all. One day I met a brother named DeWitt on the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson with his kids, teaching them black pride and about owning where we live. I overheard the talk and went and told them who I'm is, minus the coke, of course. I said I'm Franklin. I own some properties all over town, and yo, I admire the way you giving your boys crowns. He said, man, I'm just doing my job, being encouraging. This is my son Sammy, and my little one is Ermias. I reached out, giving them dap, hiding my nervousness, hoping they don't pick up the cue of me or my services. One had a smile of gold, the other had hair like he was Jesus. I looked at them both like the city needs them. Pistol on my waist, but my Lacoste was draped over it. Thank God, this ain't what I want, baby Jesus noticing. Fiends walking by that I knew from my grand opening. Feelings came over me, I pray don't never come over them. My reputation walk in front of me like it's security. I hide behind more business cards, less jewelry. DeWitt doted on his kids until the day was done. Sammy was maybe 4, Ermi is maybe 1. With a soul full of guilt and a trunk with product stock, I downplayed my car and told him you could buy your block. And as DeWitt and his family made their way up the street, I saw that what I did to this corner's bigger than me. Yo, I need purity, just keep everything pure. No steps to it like what I measure for y'all. Just give me purity, more than ever before. With no steps to it like what I measure for y'all. Just give me purity. Spook who sat by the door while you in the driveway. The game come with money as loud as Irene Abe. Snowman knock on that door fresh off the highway. Duffel bags for me and mine, and you know how I play. Took advantage of it through all of its disadvantages. Saints over everything till the prayers from the family get shown for what they were. Down on bended knees, but what you spoke of was a blur. And all that I preferred was your loyalty. Same way I treated you. Jumped in front of every bullet every time I needed to. Seems when you was trying to find a back door, I tried to find distance. Unc should've left you home fighting side bitches. And I never looked for love from a plug who kidnapped me. When anytime that he showed love, felt trigger happy. The quickest on the draw to get me out, to give me more, to get me rooted deeper in like the trees we was hanging off. So the Louis and Jerome, to peaches in that 5 milli took when shit it looked like he truthfully full blown. To Teddy who was trying to be more than he really was, and the Alton reappearing to cover me with his blood. To my mama with her heart on her sleeve, she did her best, but 73 mil turned all this shit into death, and I digress. My comeback was my calling card. Be sure to tell everyone in this bitch au revoir. Man, I'm out of here, man. Fuck all this.
If someone offers you drugs, instead of saying something you really don't mean, just say, no. No big production number. Just say, no.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Classic.
Any questions?
Cocaine coaxes you in, and then when you least expect it, it grabs you. You're hooked.
You know, getting into drugs and being high is a real stupid thing to do. Being original, say no to peer pressure. Say no may be the smartest thing.
These are all like classic anti-drug trailers
from
and
hotshot lawyer
commercials
to cocaine addict. And I didn't just ruin myself. I spread disaster among my family, friends, and businesses.
I stole for cocaine. See, cocaine torments you till you do anything to get it.
When I was doing cocaine, I got so selfish. I wish I didn't have no one. No kids, no parents, no people who loved me.
I don't know how I got there, but I sold everything for cocaine. Anyone that says cocaine's not addictive, they lie.
Cocaine's not hip. It's hype.
America has accomplished so much in these last few years, whether it's been rebuilding our economy or serving the cause of freedom in the world. What we've been able to achieve has been done with your help, with us working together as a nation united. Now, we need your support again. Drugs are menacing our society. They're threatening our values and undercutting our institutions. They're killing our children. From the beginning of our administration, we've taken strong steps to do something about this horror. Tonight, I can report to you that we've made much progress. Despite our best efforts, illegal cocaine is coming into our country at alarming levels, and 4 to 5 million people regularly use it. Today, there's a new epidemic.
Bro, that is so crazy.
Otherwise known as crack. It is an explosively destructive and often lethal substance which is crushing its users. It is an uncontrolled fire.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna do some research, but it's crazy that they're just like so like casual about it when it was you mother suckers who brought it in the first place. Like what? Ladies and gentlemen, illegal drugs are coming into this country. Millions and millions of people are getting hooked on it, and oh yeah, we had nothing to do with it. But yeah, millions and millions of people are getting hooked on it. We're gonna, do our best to clean up this riffraff as soon as like what? Like y'all mother suckers brought it in. Like that is so crazy to me that like the government was responsible for this whole epidemic, and to my knowledge took no. Well, I guess they did try to take accountability for it, but like, bruh, like too little too late, bruh. Like, holy, the fact that our government did something like that to fund a war. Actually, let me just, before I continue saying that, let me just make sure this is factually correct. Did the government Okay, it's saying that they didn't intentionally do it, but they like kind of turned a blind eye to it. Contras. Confirmed that U.S. officials knew that they were smuggling drugs to fund their operations. States pay convicted. And I guess if that's the case, then like, yeah, obviously you're gonna have people for sure on the inside, you know, helping to an extent, like characters like Teddy. I mean, that's literally the whole point of Teddy's character, is that he lived for his country to the fullest and, you know, died without anybody knowing who he was, because obviously they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna associate with in any way with Teddy because of that. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I think for sure there were people on the inside who were, you know, more involved than they want you to believe. I mean, like I said, just look at Teddy's character. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Track number 11, Cold Kiss. That is so crazy to me, though.
What do you want, Franklin? How do you want this to end?
I want my money back. I want to marry V, I want to have this baby. I want the life I was so close to having I could taste it until that motherfucker Teddy ripped it away. That's what I want.
Ever occur to you this is exactly what Teddy wants? For us to wipe each other out so he doesn't have to? Just like they used to do with the house and the field Negroes and the light and the dark skin. We destroy ourselves for them.
We did this shit the last time. I said I was done with this. I got a little more to say before I go and get what's mine, though. Yo. Growing up in the hood, yeah, boy, 1984, when every celebrity nose was buried under raw. My instinct was take what they neglected of us all, add soda and cook up this embezzlement of ours. Could it be that when they looked at us and said we don't need that? I was trying to echo out the bass like feedback. Prayed after that first date opportunity reached back. Marrying that queen made me king of the G-Packs. But marriage came with a view that I never foreseen. I chose faith over proof, cause you adored me. And north of that cherishing, waiting water measuring. Got the fire pit from the stove as my inheritance. Seated in the front, I accepted my finale. As long as you don't leave my side throughout this rally, we 70 mil happy, 73 to be exact. Enough to make your blood draw blood like where that re-up at, right? So why would I not run it the same when I was a missed call and a pop fumble away from my block staying the same as us who took up the vacancy? The having a heart to fall in love brought out the hate in me. They say you can't take none of this money with you, but neither can you take all them vows that you commit to. And so my only issue is slowing down this idle time. The flame under the pot is this little light of mine. Shine with it, fuck waiting, I'm as patient as divine intervention. Coke clean as my mama dishes. Coke clean is my intentions off of this carpentry. Baking soda messiah, coca leaf guarded me. And with God as a witness, survived the middle passage. But it's a different storm fighting semi-automatics. Money in the mattress, work underneath it. Day Jover's keeper, brothers like me and Lee is. Funny how you ain't related, but you played it like if we was blood. Word of your blood and how you gave it. They say the rays are one of one that take villages, but loyalty was up for sale in my lineage. Got it out the dirt like a stick in the mud, making way for a rose to grow to be bigger than us. Learn firsthand how water could be thicker than blood, and me turning that into wine brought division to us. Now it's fuck family, because anytime that I trust family, they reach right up over my trust to underhand me. They reach when they know I'm in front to play the canopy and shelter all y'all that I love for y'all sanity. So now my kiss sweet as a taboo, as cold as your betrayal when you ain't have to. And every bullet loaded for when I pass through, with my intentions written on them like tattoos. My kiss sweet as a taboo, as cold as your betrayal when you ain't have to. And every bullet loaded for when I pass through, with my intentions written on them like tattoos. This is like in
reference to his beef with Louis.
Listen, I never did nothing to none of y'all. I did everything for y'all. I did nothing to y'all, right? So I'm gonna do a couple of these, wrap this thing up, wrap this record up, and I'm gonna get back to y'all business, and I swear it's gonna be what it need to be. Pissing on the roses you grew, out the concrete on account of all the coke that I threw to you and yours, meaning me and mine, bleeding from the same family tree, and I'm puzzled that your jigsaw a piece of mine. We was fine, shit was in shambles, but how I be with mine, made sure y'all felt no parts of that redesign. Biggest seat at the table for the one with no age, and stuck on a stage where you dream that nothing will change, but it always do. The game is the game, and it all plays through, and what you paint is how they gon' frame you. My first sketch was proof that I ain't know who y'all was, and now I'm dipping my paintbrush in both of y'all blood, and yet may the imagery around it be serene. May it happen as quick as how you found your way from me. All I did was give you vision and purpose and bigger endings, but you thought hitting reverse for your independence was worth the drive. I told you to lean the seat when we first would ride. The curtains draw and they don't come with rehearsal times, but me catering to y'all is what hurt your pride. Then let your ego serve you, baby. I turned you, baby. Yo, I took you off the porch, and you took my spirit and shook it to a corpse, and I was looking for remorse and never would believe the cost would have y'all second guessing the regime, and then you left it up to me. And without these gloves, I shoot first, shoot last, ask questions in between. I mean, I wrote bodies, then I went and caught some more. With all of your so-called muscle across the floor, trying to pull a plug made you brave enough to walk near us. I got the right plug for you, meet the pallbearer. You dug a hole and put your morals in it, and your shovel was the facade until I caught you with it. Payback as a pit bull wearing a chain collar, cause y'all gave you understanding like I gave you product. So now y'all can understand what y'all headed towards, and whether with money or blood, shit it definitely cost. Game time.
A drive-by shooting with a strange twist has left one man dead and 3 others wounded in south central Los Angeles. At least 10 rounds were fired at the group from a stretch limousine. It happened just before midnight in the 200 block of West 47th Place. The man killed was 19 years old. Those wounded range. A young pregnant woman is the latest victim of gang violence tonight, hit by a bullet while standing in her kitchen.
Bullet holes mark the outside
These
of
sound
this
like actual
Inglewood
news
apartment
reports.
building. One of those bullets last night ripped through this second-story window.
I was in the room with my kids, and as soon as I heard the gunshots, I grabbed them and I hit the floor and took them to the farthest room from the house.
The building is full of children, and neighborhood parents are concerned that it might be their house that is...
Sheesh. So yeah, this is definitely chronicling the beef with Louis and Jerome, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for sure. And just all that ensues after that. But yeah, that was a pretty solid track. Probably my least favorite. But I mean, I still enjoyed it for sure. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the next one. That was Cold Kiss. Okay. Recipe for Desire. Let's check it out. Track number 12. Yeah, and this is the, I guess, official start of the deluxe version, because Cold Kiss was a bonus track, and then the next 6 tracks are like part of the deluxe edition. But yeah, let's check it out. I know, it says this is a bonus track too.
Rock. I don't care if his last name is Saint. Yeah, that's right, I know your ass. And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep cooking the way I
Said you wanted to cook, didn't you? Oh, cook that nigga!
They told me all the money in the heavens ain't gonna make me a god. Well, I made biblical money, I could play with them odds. Pray to me, the plug got the face of a knock, the logo stamped on the keys in the shape of a cross. Pray for me, I sent it in the way of my disciples, and it turned into a table of them saying what they might do. Enough of this. Holy water, whore for the covenant, and all the gold metal I need up where the cupboard is. Sunday dinner, them keys, slow bubbling, them chickens gonna need more gravy, you got some other shit. It's no measuring cups, just oven mitts. Know the recipe won't change if you don't fuck with it. Pour 36 in a strainer and let the drip set. Throw a line and drop fish scale in a fish net. And come back swimming in laps when it reacts, and it break into 4 more, floating into a quintet. The band all together now. crowd screaming. The drummer found a pocket and the crowd found demons. It never been more orgasmic than it seemed when you light up a rock, pull it back and let the steam in. Blasphemous talking about crosses on packages, but bet I'll get the gates to separate off of trafficking. Chauffeured by 2 angels in lingerie robes, and enough in the trunk for heaven's payroll. Back home, dirty apron on, out the window like great poupon. Pardon me, lost reach when I gave you arms. Seemed like I've been way too long. Pardon me. The recipe for desire got. The recipe for desire got. I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened it and read it. It said, keep your crown on your head or be beheaded. The irony of what they request, but nevertheless, it's a drop before breakfast, and it all was kinetic. Both sides moving in line, blocking the signs, with me ignoring the exit that became a couple mil and a couple duffels in Panama. Long way from me leaning over my handlebars, hopping over ivy fence. With all that I done spent, truth is, I literally been flying private since. Privately trying to find a problem that Ivy missed. But with these pots, I don't know what the problem is. Made victims off of me being victimized. Bottle of soda on the porch. It was simple times. Bottle of soda, help it raw. Kept it dignified. Grew an empire of making a brick minimized. Fighting war veterans. Know to your law, let us in. Residue on the doorknob from soft pedaling. Brush it off. I'll give a shout to everyone involved. Taking you up out of it. Shots to every one of y'all. The throne is a single chair. And off the arm is more than you can afford. To trigger a finger here. Sometimes you gotta sneak into the forum on the side and remind the corner while they put your jersey in the sky. Now cooks back home, dirty apron on, out the window like great poupon. Pardon me, lost reach when I gave you arms. Seemed like I've been way too long. Pardon me. The recipe for desire got. The recipe for desire got.
If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men, we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying but fighting back.
Okay. That one, I mean, very much like the one before it. I mean, I like some of the lyricism throughout, but I'm not gonna lie, like the last couple of tracks have definitely started to lose a bit of intrigue for me. Like I'm not as, I don't know, I'm just finding myself not as interested in it as much. And I think it's because of just, you know, I mean, for one, this is the deluxe, so I'm kind of judging it on that as well. But like, it makes it to where it feels like, I don't know, there's not a whole lot of interest happening because it's just, you know, him rapping about, you know, the exact same person and his struggles. And it's like, there's not a whole lot you can, you know, make. Like, you can't make you can only rap about this, that, or that for so many songs. I mean, that's why, I mean, I'm assuming the base album is only 10 tracks, but like adding a whole another like 7 on top of that is not, I don't know. But yeah, so far, the last couple of tracks have been a little just meh to me. Even production wise, I feel like it's kind of like dropped off a little bit. But yeah, we'll continue. Track number 13, My Crescendo. Check it out. And this is what I was kind of like worried about in the beginning. Like, how do you keep that intrigue as it goes on?
Loading up this VCR, running Scarface for like the 80th time. The only one who can relate to this table of mine. My apostles withered away when all the chaos arrived, but I still fought for them all to have a plate next to mine. Baby Jesus, brown skin like the Bible preceded. With every rock thrown my way, being what you needed. You gave me power, I gave you reason. I gave you powder to lead you, a trail and face all your demons. Praises to the Most High, I came as a deacon. And your stems lit up the night in the shade of a beacon. Follow the shadows in the corner and pay with allegiance. And you pledging is as heavy as the weight of a key is. The property owner, properly known as who not to fuck with. Driven by the desires that I'm falling out of love with. Hopping out of the ride would do me fine. Pushing the truth aside, I'm caught in my abundance. It all makes sense. For all of the wins we all may get, and all of the sins they all came with. Father and son, I thank him for all he does for us all. And all of a sudden he suddenly cleaned up the blood that was supposed to cover me. Enemies be the ones that you got the most in common with. Picture me and Boss Man bonding off what our fathers did. With Veronique, mama on the call. Parental advisory for us all. To the sound of my crescendo. Redemption with this pistol out the window. Grim Reaper cut a kid on the zip code. Family ties, yours and mine, what we in for? Bet you rise to the sound of my crescendo. Redemption with this pistol out the window.
Yeah, this one is, I like this one.
Kid on the zip code. Family ties, yours and mine, what we in for? Bet you rise to the sound of my crescendo. God scripted, but I'm out of my role. The TV on in the back playing the Cosby Show. And I'm hoping me and my son could be like Theo and Cliff. I'm picturing him and I while I reload a clip. It started awful. The pot made of glass, the floor marble. And I'm just trying to burn any bridges that he could walk through. You could lose every dollar and the blood will stay up on you. Kareem triple beam, I rebounded with a car for, right? Measuring pots and measuring shame. I should have settled for settler ways back in my settling days. Skinny black boy, heaviest name. Scores to settle, metal to bang. The rhythm of the lullabies is to the beat of how the shots echo. Or the steam coming about the kettle. The plot levels continue to rise. Through the phone, I see your soul drip from your eyes. The cord long enough for you to come get your goodbyes. It ain't shit a surprise. And we could both pick up the blame, we could split his demise. Cause how the fuck should I respond? This is lottery money. Why the fuck should I be calm when I got all this money from off of the backs of my people? And the saddle was yours, given to me in good faith and automatic applause. Attaboy, right? Sell all the product you could barter. But now we going father for father to the sound of my crescendo. Redemption with this pistol out the window. Grim Reaper cut a kid on the zip code. Family ties, yours and mine, what we in for? Bet you rise to the sound of my crescendo. Redemption with this pistol out the window. Grim Reaper cut a kid on the zip code. Family ties, yours and mine, what we in for? Bet you rise to the sound of my crescendo. Once upon a time, a Danny Tanner gave me a job at the cocaine import agency. Call the CIA and you could wind up DOA. But now your daddy and my daddy get to meet up at the gates. And once upon a time, a Danny Tanner gave me a job at the cocaine import agency. Call the CIA,
that line is cold.
DOA, but now your daddy and my daddy get to meet up at the gates.
If you know, you know. Game, right? Now your daddy and my daddy get to meet up at the gates.
Fair motherfucking game, Teddy. Fair game, Reed, whatever you want to be called. It's fair game.
What's up, Reed?
None of us stood a chance, right? Me, you, Veronique, all our parents was fucked up. None of us stood a chance, right? Call the CIA and you could wind up DOA, but now your daddy and my daddy get to meet up at the gates. Once upon a time, a Danny Tanner gave me a job at the cocaine import agency. Call the CIA, you can wind up DOA, but now your daddy and my daddy get to meet up at the gates, motherfucker.
Okay, that one was way better. Maybe it was just those last couple of tracks that were just kind of like, eh. Yeah, that one was way better. Okay, that was My Crescendo. Like I said, definitely enjoyed that one way more than the previous tracks. And yeah, I feel like I said everything else kind of towards the end there. But we're going to move on to the next one, track number 14, God Bless the King. Let's go.
It's kind of fitting that you can hear the rain outside the studio and shit. It never rained in South Central, but let me see if I can match that. Yo, survived every stereotype. Could've died, but I was scared of the lights. So look alive when the fear is in sight. Cause the fact that I even had to survive a stereotype is why I'm here on these heights. And all this talking, it's just
true,
a reminder of who I should have been.
True.
I fell knee deep in that batter. And by the looks of it, fiends licking their fingers like Saint. You put your foot in this. My sambas all over their souls. The reaper pushing in. The repercussions offer re-upping at how they come to you. Got you facing you like a W. And whether it's Frank Lucas, Frank Matthews, or me in front of you, it seemed to make sense to be frank about what a plug could do. Picture tug of war between the CIA fronting you raw and the Soviets bringing your mother along. KGBs and guns in the drawer. And shit, I'm stuck in a war with by default they both coming along. A far cry from my rookie year calling for coke. Only black boy in the valley, me and Waterhead Bo. So blame the valley for showing me to sneak through the back to a crib out in Encino like Jamaica and Daft. I remember driving through Oakland trying to leave with a stash. It was Kev and Lee in the front, me in the back. One would tear shit apart, one would keep shit intact. Forever my other brother like I'm Felix the Cat. Until my corners applauding how someone like me pop. Idolizing what I built when every price seemed to drop. Y'all ain't deserve to be the logo for who light up a rock. Y'all ain't deserve what Kermit on 59th Street got. My success inspired everyone left about it. It's mess to be up next to lead a house with a recipe and a tech to be direct. I'm hoping that God see my neglect as a reason to look beyond and come throw me a resurrect. I did it on my own like none of the ones I helped raise. Who would've knew that being self-made turning to self-hate? Black diamond blood on the keys taking up shelf space. And boom boom riding down Crenshaw with a 12 gauge. Same as I did the Mel. I drove black queens into hell. But Tanasi and Veronique could split a cell. I got a feeling shit ain't what it should be. I tried to duck it but a mother make us split at the seams. So if I could pick up the jack and call my crib back in 83 and I answer the phone off what I know, I would say to me to still fly through with that bird that Ivy gave to me. But I should make that one sale to Claudia and say peace. Best way to save peace is really just to make peace.
Or
Peace
just
with my surroundings like the crown ain't never came to me. Louis might have caught that back when she first caught that. But a family tree in the street got me to fuck up off that. The fear of hanging up on myself and try and call back. I had me in the trunk trying to see if I can afford that. Dial tone echoing, honor roll excellence. God bless the child, but what if God won't let him in? I'm yelling in the phone and telling me to hit rewind like I was yelling in the phone and keep it read the fuck alive. When my mama has a shadow over me like son is fine. I just showed you how much more you used to see when you was blind, right? So may God bless the king who really, really turned out to be a pawn. Trunk wide open, dreams came along. Next to a set of keys fitted like a charm, right? Yeah, so may God bless the king who really, really turned out to be a pawn. Trunk wide open, dreams came along. Next to a set of keys fitted like a charm, for real.
That was a really good track too. I like that one.
Babe, never knew how much you meant to me. Oh,
You are the devil. You know that?
Yeah. I know.
What's up, Reed? No, that was a really good song. I enjoyed that one. That was nice. Once again, it's like kind of using that hypothetical scenario, like from before, of like, you know, if I could go back in time and tell myself this, I would say, you know, get out after this moment. And personally, I think he should have got out like as soon as he was making like millions of millions. Like once he had that crib, by the time he had that new, you know, crib and whatnot, I think then he should have just got out and called it quits. Maybe even before, honestly. I don't know. Either way, he should have definitely just got out when he could have. You know, maybe like right before doing the real estate thing and, you know, the investments and whatnot. But yeah, definitely should have got out. Him staying in when he did, he definitely long overstayed his welcome. But yeah, that was a great track. I really find it interesting just how minimalistic this album production wise is. Like I don't mind a lot of these songs, you know, especially this one. A lot of them have like a bit of a jazziness to them, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, at the same time, a lot of them are also like pretty minimalistic. But yeah, that was God Bless the King. Now we're gonna move on to track number 15, The People Pleaser. Apparently this is an interlude with no lyrics, so yeah, let's check it out.
My people, hold on.
Okay, nice.
My people, hold on. My people, hold on, yeah. My people, my brothers and my sisters, hold on. No. My people, hold on. My people, my people, hold on. My people, hold on. My people, my people, keep holding on. Hold on, yeah, holding on. My people, hold 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 on.
Okay. That was a cool little like sample / cover of Eddie Kendricks's My People Hold On, which was funny enough a song I discovered through this show and ended up reacting to on the channel. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was cool. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Track number 16, Give You Anything. Okay. Oh, wait, is this a single? Must be. Look at the like single cover art here. Oh yeah, this is about to be be personal for sure. I already can tell like what this is in reference to. Very curious to see how he handles this specific moment. But yeah, let's check it out. Give You Anything. Here we go.
This is all your fucking fault. You ended my fucking life. After everything I fucking did for you, you ain't gonna fucking talk to me. You did this to me. You ended
Why didn't she talk to him though? Like, man, that's one thing that really just, on top of everything she did, and yes, I understand why she did it, but on top of everything she did, her not speaking to him at all, like, why? What? Yeah, she was honestly just rage baiting him at that point. Like, that's the only conclusion I can come to.
My reflection in visiting room glass made of plastic. Staring at a sacrifice who made it everlasting. It turned into plugs in a casket. Flags draped over it. Military personnel. Powder in the cabinet. Mama, I love you more than I could ever describe. The proof was me in the storm trying to better your times. There was puddles from cooking raw, but put the weather aside. The goal was to give you more than you'd have yet to desire. They called me black boy. Semi-auto mat boy. Typical statistic, you was introduced to that boy. So you broken hearted. Pieces all on the carpet. Disappointment in droves, counting daily departures. That's just part of the bargain. Word to all the people we lost. Because to give you anything, I had to leap off the cross. They say a saint is just a sinner who tried more. Intentions in my heartbeat, gun in the side door. Both of them pure. And that integrity you spoke of before, I understood when I was hanging from the rope of the law. Dangling from the tree of life, I put my hope in the Lord. Because through this garden of Eden, there was coca galore. All the bruises on my neck, shooters in my set. The lies I had to tell to you, the truths that I regret. Keys in the crib worth more than our crib itself. Built it on your own, I just wanted to give you help. Therapeutic in theory, wanna tell you it all, but I never knew if you'd hear me. You expected a call to say this was a facade, a nightmare at the most. Then you back to work, and me greeting you here when you home. The price point of serenity could put you in a cage with the lights off with your enemies. I knew it too well. Never knew you ever knew what all to do with them shells. 37 mil involved, I'd never do it myself. I couldn't manage. I guess that's the high of being a parent. Euphoria's that I'll never know. So there we have it. But Heinz was $10 a pop. And how I had it, bought the building that they made you slave in if you asking. So pardon my French, it was sorta intense. You was all my beginning, you was part of my end. Every time I saw the stairs, but wound up falling again. All the shit that it was worth became a call in the wind. You let me blend, and you never broke, but you would bend. So making sure you ain't never broke was my intent. Wondered how your youngin' could juggle with his demise. My life flashed in front of my eyes like 100 times. So me wishing you death was my deepest regret. Swimming in Jack Daniels with a sea of it left. So don't find it in your heart to call me up collect. I don't deserve your attention, but no all of this was to give you anything. And I promised I would. A promise ain't a promise. If the promise no good, I'd give you anything. I promised I would. The road I drove you down, shit, I probably should give you anything. I promised I would. A promise ain't a promise. If the promise no good, I'd give you anything. I promised I would. The road I drove you down, shit, I probably should. And as I'm sitting in this chair, fighting a single tear, staring at my kin on the ground like, should I care? When you was in my crib, tension all in the air, emptying a clip with the hopes that I was there. My woman and my unborn child could have appeared. The bullets ricocheting off everything near and dear. I sat back watching your soul drift in the air, knowing you was trying to send mine up heaven's stairs. And the fear is in spite of all of that being clear, I probably would still be the dude for you to be here. Blood of a saint spilling over, how could you dare? Auntie at the top of her lungs, but I couldn't hear. Fuck happened, Unc? We were supposed to be better. You could never cut your fam to bring you closer together. It never adds, no matter how much you tuck in the pantry. I couldn't relate, cause my motto was always family. But still in all, I understand who you did it for. This is more coping with all that my intuition was. Apologies for selling you on my dreams. Round of applause for Unc and who we knew you to be. And to my auntie, wouldn't never let a soul harm me until you grew the way your desire was ungodly. A throne is desirable until it's too heavy to push in a corner. And now you gotta look back behind you. Gutted with the same knife you used to cut a key up with. Felt the residue in my back and had to bleed through it. I might have made mistakes, but never was I mistaken. Re-ups being family reunions is heartbreaking. Pain costs more than we knew, and I respect it. But I was the angel saving you from Armageddon. Cane hunting y'all was really because of y'all. You asked me what I want in return, I want it all. Seeing you cry, but all I hear is hope. God knows my eyes low behind a pair of lokes. Feeling blue, knowing my spirit is here for you. But you crossed me, which forced me to dribble too. And Louis, you was begging for attention, said you need it, right? Now that throne you wanted on is underneath the lights. Enjoy it, blood thicker until there's no more for you. I needed you to be oh so loyal. See how you made it? And to my brother Lee, for you defining what a brother be. The only branch to still cover me. Family tree started to uproot, but luckily you became the arm on that Voltron. Lucky me, forever indebted in and out of the bank. The only one to truly believe in the mind of a saint. Owe you forever for every sin that I tried to add. If you go first, tell God that I got the tab. Give you anything, I promised I would. A promise ain't a promise if the promise no good. I'd give you anything, shit I promised I would. The road I drew you down, shit I probably should. Give you anything, and I promised I would. A promise ain't a promise if the promise no good. I'd give you anything, shit I promised I would. The road I drew you down, shit I probably should. Give you anything. I would. The promise ain't a promise if the promise no good. I'd give you anything. Shit, I promised I would. The road I drew you down, shit, I probably should. Give you anything. I promised I would. The promise ain't a promise if the promise no good. I'd give you anything. Shit, I promised I would. The road I drew you down, shit, I probably should. Give you anything. I promised I would. The promise ain't a promise if the promise no good. I'd give you anything. Shit, I promised I would. The road I drove you down, shit, I probably should give you anything. Yeah, that's all I got, engineer man. That's all I got. Yeah, literally that's all I got. Cut it, man. Cut it, please. Please, cut it. Cut it.
Happy New Year, America, 1990. We start the countdown. The ball drops and we say goodbye, 80s. Hello, 90s.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is consistent with where, like, the last episode.
A safe and very happy New Year to you and yours.
Things up going
at Channel 13, KCOP, Los Angeles.
You literally see, like, John Singleton at one point shooting Boys in the Hood. But yeah, that was actually a really good song. Production-wise, it felt and sounded good to listen to. The storytelling, the lyrics were all really good. And yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was nice, for sure. And just also, you know, once again, just seeing, you know, the lyrics and just kind of how he's able to, like, convey a lot of Franklin's emotions that the show doesn't, like, intricately touch on. Like, you know, all these different details, I think is, you know, also really dope. But yeah, that was sick. I enjoyed that one. Give You Anything. But yeah, let's move on to the final track number 17, The Freedom Dance. Isn't that the name of another song? The Freedom Dance. Why does that sound familiar? Let's see. Freedom. Am I tripping? I guess I am. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out.
Hey, yo, Saint. Look, I'm only doing this shit because you said you got a bottle for me. You gonna come find me on my corner and tell me that you got my tapes? How you get my motherfucking tapes? My tapes from 85, 86. You got my tapes, you want me to tell my story? Look, I only did that shit to get some shit off my motherfucking chest. Listen, them tapes was at my mama house. I don't know how you got them tapes. Well, nigga, but you better give me my bottle at the end of this shit. You want me to tell you the story? You want me to tell you the story, how the story went? Okay, the story went like this. Yo, Yo, 12 grand was my first brick sale. Then found 12 grand in Peach's safe. Me and Miguel, karma circle right back around off of that fish scale. Tailor made for it, it unfortunately fit well. The legend of the Saints might just be defined as misdirected restraint. Cause I was up in arms at the vision left in the frame. Pulling back and aiming at shit that feathered away. I miss and catch all the blame, but hey, such is life. The life they call the bitch is who I wanted for a wife. But when love wouldn't suffice, holding on to knowing my intent was always right. That's how I found peace when I would roll over at night. Like Alton rolling over in his grave, or shit, he might be rolling over in a cell, but it don't pay enough to dwell. So I put all that away,
he's dead.
now reopen it in hell. The higher you could rise, some off the lower that you fell. Who would've thought it? If Lucifer paging you, would you call him? In a continental Lincoln filled with everything you wanted, draped in a leather bomber that he told you was a robe. Only an angel could be this angelic in approach. Level your hopes, level your fears, or swim in your tears. Sandy beaches, gunpowder, invisible chairs. Applause worthy for staying until they fade out. And this brown liquor make a clearer way out. This is my freedom dance, but don't dance with me. Look at everybody else who took a chance with me. See, when I dance, don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to hold hands with me.
Yeah,
See,
this one is pretty fire as well.
much better when you dancing on your own. Your dance partners in the broken mirrors in your home. So when I dance, don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to hold hands with me. White man gave me coke. White man gave me liquor. White man gave me rope. White man named me nigga. Ropes tied around all I hope he was taken from me. Hanging from a noose, but that rope worth Laker money. Gold on your scale and purple hearts on your resume. So when the name of your flag, let us pray. Pray that the God you was praying to looks like you in a sense. And if he doesn't, then that's you getting lynched. Later, Teddy, hack Satan if he'll let me get a seat at his bar. If God should say that my reach was too far, laying shoulder to shoulder on the white lion, or was it laying keys in my trunk, KGB's in my trunk? Can I breathe just for once? Take a minute and let me breathe. Like what the fuck, right? Damn. I mean,
Saint, keep rapping, low.
Listen, I asked you to let me breathe before we done, please. I mean, I went from providing the cause to survivor's remorse to breathing free without a pot to pee on or pee in, right? Blood in my eyes, but feeling good enough to run up and touch the sky, knowing nothing's a surprise. See it a mile away like Veronique in disguise. X marks the birth certificate I never signed. A boy genius bloodline, but I ain't never met him. Maybe he in Johannesburg or maybe Peckham, but shopping on a shortage. Part of my annoyance, my 800,000 should get him everything he wanted. He asks about his daddy, tell him everything important. Meaning don't tell him nothing, leave me out them discussions. Yo, you remember O'Shea writing raps about the neighborhood and all his coke craze, singing fuck the police and everybody obeyed. You see the shit he went through, government followed him too. Thank you, South Central. Yo, you remember John with the glasses and the camcorder glued to his palms, wanting to tell a story of how everything went wrong. In spite of what I did do, he made it out this shit too. Thank you, South Central. Walking up and down 56, me and Yo-Yo, in front of my mama house, way after it foreclosed. He looked at my condition, and based on how I'm living and what I did to our block, it's like if I became the logo. But shit, I got a bottle of Jack from up out of Yo-Yo, and chains don't link no more. My mama broke those. I know why the cage bird sings, but I ain't have range till I was able to get out of the cage on my last name. And naming everything this black boy done accomplished, nobody would ever believe if we being honest. So daddy, you finally understood the taste of letting go. I find to be just as good. This is my freedom dance, but don't dance with me. Look at everybody else who took a chance with me. Now when I dance, don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to hold hands with me.
Quick pause. I remember like them doing like a John Singleton cameo in the movie like numerous times. Like you see the kid like with the camcorder walking around and like they like bully him or something. And I also remember there being like a kid writing raps and whatnot. Was that supposed to be Ice Cube? Because he says O'Shea here. Let me see, O'Shea, Snowfall. Show? No. Snowfall rapper. Okay, no. His name is Maurice, apparently. Okay. Just wanted to get some clarity on
When
that.
you dancing on your own, your dance partners and the broken mirrors in your home. So when I dance, don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to hold hands with me. Freedom dance, don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to take a chance. Freedom dance, don't dance with me. Look at, okay, no, I do it again. I can do it again. Listen, I said, listen, freedom dance. Don't dance with me. Look at everyone who tried to take a chance with me. And when I dance, don't dance with me. Look, fuck that. Fuck
Come
it,
on,
yo.
man, you almost got that shit.
I'm done. Free. Fuck it, I'm done.
Come on, Saint.
Yeah, hey, you got that bottle, right?
Yeah, I got your bottle.
Remember that? It's the only reason I did this shit. Only did this shit
I know,
for a bottle. I don't care about this shit. That bottle, right, Jack? Good shit, Jack. It hit me with that Mad Dog. Admit nothing, no.
Come on.
Good shit, no Thunderbird. I told you.
Yeah, I know.
Good shit.
I know.
You got that bottle? Give me my bottle. Let me go the fuck home. Music shit. Fuck this shit. Wanda wanna do this shit. Wanda wanna get a pipe and do this shit and do this music shit.
Right
Let
now,
her
I
do
need
it.
you to do this shit, nigga.
Give me my bottle or let me get the step. Let me step.
You ain't getting shit until we done.
My shit.
Hey, Saint, come on, man. You told me you was gonna finish these motherfucking tapes, man. Stop bullshitting. You over here wasting my time.
It also sounds like
Nigga, you ain't nothing but a wino, just like your bitch ass daddy.
okay, no. I was thinking maybe they want that to be Leon, but I don't think Leon would talk to Franklin like that. But it kind of sounds like Leon.
Hey, God. The fuck did I do to deserve this? Why was my cards the ones that would lose purpose? The audacity, I know. That's why I'm nervous. But when your worth go down the drain, then this is worth it. I lived through a verdict. I lived through multiple attempts at being murdered. I helped the government turn my hood into a circus. With puppeteers tucked behind a curtain, with duffel bags led me through a furnace. With everything my peoples went through since we arrived, 1619 was nothing we obliged. The domino effect that these Europeans designed, we needed you to kick in or we needed you blind. Looking the other way was all that I was assuming. Tall order to ask, but share it like communion. Cause you forgave them and saved them from these ruins. I'm asking you the same in my days of confusion. Or maybe I was really talking to your counterpart, the Reaganomics designer and all his camouflage. Maybe it was Satan I was pleading to, and he answered every prayer. Fucking unbelievable. But as I stare at this bottle in this bag, I'm still sexy chocolate to you hoes walking past. I made more money than you could ever have, and the whole CIA is afraid of my black ass. And as I stare at this bottle in this bag, I'm still sexy chocolate to you hoes walking past. I made more money than you could ever have, and the whole CIA is afraid of my black ass. Yeah, the whole CIA, all of them. Teddy, Reed, all of them. They all afraid of my black ass. Let me get on the phone. Yeah. Hey, I should have did this music shit. I should have did this rapping shit.
This is so crazy.
I got the chops. I got what it. You hear this shit? Yeah. Where my tape? Where my tapes, man? My tapes at? Look, hey, Wanda Bell still doing the music shit? She still. Hey, somebody call Wanda. Hey, yo. Somebody get Yo and call Wanda Bell. Yeah. So, cause I could do this shit. Yeah. Hey, somebody got $1? You got 5? You got $1? Somebody? Who got a bottle? Ah, damn it. Yeah.
Met my pops for the first time after 30 years.
Freaking TikToks? What the?
Out there.
Okay. Not expecting that.
Nigga, you weren't there. I owe $300,000 in child support. You ain't getting shit. Fuck.
Get over here.
Nigga, what? Well, I tried and everything, get in touch with you and everything, but your mama said she didn't want nothing to do with me no more. Yeah. Just show up. Fuck that bitch, fuck you too.
nigga. Shit, I'm out. Drunk, huh? Yeah, I stay drunk, nigga. That's what I do. I do what I do.
I love how this song was like a direct mirror to mirror reflection of that final episode, especially that last like monologue there when he's talking about like sexy chocolate. I'm still the black sexy chocolate, you know, and all the like it's like exactly, you know, like it's like one for one mirroring that episode. You know, how he would talk and like the dialogue obviously isn't the exact same, but it's like mirroring those exact moments in that episode. I thought that was dope. And this entire song was really cool. I really enjoyed that as a final send off for this album. Or I guess a final send off for the deluxe version of the album. Yeah, that was amazing. I enjoyed that one. But yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and get into the overall review of the album. Which I enjoyed this album a lot, but I definitely have some criticisms of it. For one, I think that, like I said in the beginning, the very beginning of this album reaction, like I was super excited for it because the concept was, you know, really sick. And it is a sick concept. I do like the execution of it, but my only problem with it is that over time, it definitely gets a bit repetitive and there isn't as much intrigue with a lot of the songs because of just, you know, it being the way it is. Like, there's not a whole lot you can, you know, make a rap song out of, you know, without using the exact same, you know, couple of, how did I say that? Like, without using the exact same instances over and over again. Like, you can only talk about how he rose to being a kingpin so many times. You can only talk about this situation so many times, that one so many times. And that's kind of what, you know, dragged it down a little bit for me. It's just that, you know, towards the end, especially, it became a bit repetitive. On top of that, the production, as much as I enjoyed it, it made a lot of the songs feel even less unique, you know? Because, like, if it wasn't, like, a super, like, jazzy, and by super jazzy, I mean, like, just a basic saxophone, right? If it wasn't that, then it was just, like, a super, like, dreamy, like, you know, sort of mesmerizing sort of track with, like, a female vocal in the background, and, you know, boom, that's it. And I feel like it definitely made a lot of the songs feel less unique and less distinguished. And also, you could definitely tell that the production wasn't like the main focus of the album. Like, at least to me, it felt like, you know, the lyrics and what he's saying was meant to kind of be the forefront of what you hear listening to this album, and then production second. But I mean, I don't really mind that as much. And I think that it being so, like, obviously centered around Franklin's character and nobody else really, definitely also further made it feel less unique towards the end. Like, you know, we're centering an entire album around one character, you know. Granted, he is like the main character, arguably in Snowfall, but not even arguably, he is the main character in this show. But it just goes back into what I was saying earlier. Like, there's only so many times you can, you know, rap about this, that, this, you know, and at a point it just becomes a little repetitive. But outside of that, I don't really have any complaints about this album. Like, it was a really, like, dope concept, you know, album. I can only imagine just how much doper something like this would be, though. Like, if it was not being, you know, done from a point of like, oh, this is based on this particular movie or show or whatever. Like if this was just something unique and done out of the blue, and all of the characters and story was, done for the very first time for this album. Like if this was just like some completely unique experience with characters I have no clue about, like I don't know actually, but I feel like that would be really dope just to hear something like that, and you kind of get like the grand story just by listening to the album. I think that would be dope. But I mean, this was still really cool though. I definitely enjoyed it, and I guess some of the highlights of this album for me personally were being able to kind of relive some of those memories of the show with like different perspectives, like the hypothetical, like what if type songs, and the lyricism throughout was really high quality. What else? Also, I really liked the way he expressed some of like Franklin's um, inner thoughts and inner monologues. I thought that was really dope. How he kind of expounded on those. And what else? Even though the production wasn't like crazy, like I still really enjoyed the production for a lot of these tracks. It makes the album as a whole feel less distinct, but I did enjoy the production for a lot of these tracks. Like I'm a huge jazz fan, so obviously, you throw a sax on any of the songs, then yeah. But it definitely, I will acknowledge that it made a lot of the songs just feel less unique. And I know I've said that like a billion times now, but it's true. Like looking back at the track listing, like I don't even remember, I feel like how most of these songs sounded like individually. Like I feel like overall, like I know how most of them sounded, but like straight drop, like how did well, okay, that one I know because I remember that one having the Far Side sample. But like Views from the Valley, I don't really remember how that one specifically sounded, and Balancing Act, I don't remember how that one specifically sounded. So yeah, it will be interesting like re-listening to this album. To be honest, I don't know if this is an album I'd want to re-listen to though, because like it's so like story focused, and it's definitely more of like a one, maybe not a one and done experience, but like if you listen to this album, I feel like you kind of just have to listen to it as a whole, and then boom, like it's no like let me listen to this song, that song, and then I'm be out. It's kind of like you have to listen to it beginning to end in one sitting, or don't listen to it at all. But yeah, my least favorite tracks I would say were for sure Cold Kiss and Purity. I think those two songs, maybe I have to re-listen to them, but I remember distinctly feeling like these are the most like, yeah, these are the songs that really showcase just how minimalistic some of the production is on this album. Like it's just very bland, very just uninspired, and the only thing that's really going for it is the fact that Skyzoo is an incredible lyricist, but even that can only get you so far, But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it. I thought it was a solid album, but it definitely could have benefited from, just having like a bit more distinction between the tracks. I'm not sure if this is like a intentional thing, like if it was intentionally made to kind of feel, this way, but I think it would have benefited from having way more distinction. Also having more just, unique songs per se. Yeah. Definitely from having like more just unique songs, different topics. But for what we got, I'm not mad at, like it's just, yeah, I think it could have been better in some ways. But out of, let me see. think. Okay, they usually rate it on 5-star basis. Out of 5 stars, I would give this. Probably give it like a 4.2. No, probably just a solid 4, I think. Yeah, I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5. What do where do I see reviews for this? I'm curious what other people thought of it as well. We get reviews on Discogs. I don't really see any reviews for this. Yeah, I don't see any reviews really. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my reaction to that. I actually really enjoyed this album. You know, like, despite the minor gripes I have with it, I think it is a really, really sick concept, you know, to like make an entire album based around one character's journey in a television show. Like, bro, that is sick. I don't think I've ever seen anything or heard anything similar to this, and probably won't for a good while. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to even think of like what else could even, you know, be done in this fashion, like, and based off of what film. I don't even know. Like, what else could you? I don't know. It's like the perfect show to, you know, have a hip hop album based on, to be honest. Also, did you guys see that they're doing like a sequel to Snowfall? I just saw that like not too long ago, where it's gonna be following Wanda and Leon's like careers as like producers or something like that. The Drop. Like, what the heck is it? Honestly, I don't know how to feel about this. Hold on, let me pull it up so y'all can see. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest. Like on one end, I'm kind of like, okay, cool, we get to see these characters again, you know, and I guess like expand on who they are and whatnot. But on the other end, I'm just like, I could see this being like really bad. You know what I mean? Like, how do you make a show based on them being like music connoisseurs, you know, and all that, as interesting as Snowfall? Like, how do you make, let's say this goes for like 4 seasons or something. How do you make 4 seasons around that concept interesting for that long? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. No trailer either, and this is dropping like really soon. September 8th. Like, literally like in 2 months. No trailer. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. It seems like low-key a cash grab, but I'm not gonna knock it. I'm definitely gonna watch it for sure, but I don't see how this will be nearly as interesting as the base show was. Picking up shortly after the end of Snowfall, series follow fan favorites Wanda and Leon launch a mainstream West Coast rap label while Leon tries to focus on running a legal clinic. Oh, okay, that's interesting because, I mean, well, That's what he was saying he was going to do at the end of Snowfall, the very last episode. Yeah, I don't see this being interesting. Like, it just, from the moment I saw that this was a thing and like read what it was about, I just, I don't have a good feeling about this. Like, it just doesn't seem interesting whatsoever. I don't know. I guess time will tell. But yeah, until then, much love, stay safe, and peace out.